He wanna fuck with a queen. Yeah. Here she come, Amelie at the bar like the Rock here. All black Benny, how I got here. A bitch is on the rise like I'm hot here. You ain't gotta have my back, I got a lot here. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what it is. Today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. Wake up, people. Crystal Clear Thoughts with your girl Queen NEEN featuring Firecracker. Yes. You already know my co-host Firecracker. She's definitely in the building. She's running a little bit late. Hopefully she gets in here in time. But I'm gonna keep the seat warm for. I got it set up. Her drinks, everything's over here. Shout out to Firecracker, Megatron, Exquisite Design. Shout out to my girl Firecracker. Yes, and y'all already know what it is. You know where we at. We at A radio station, live and direct. We coming live, baby. Shout out to Philly Sharp, keeping the doors open, baby. Let's go. Yes. And you already know who I am. I'm your girl, Queen NEEN. I do this each and every Thursday, 6 p.m. Go live on my YouTube. On my YouTube. I go live on my Facebook or my Instagram. But in order to get the full version of the show, you need to go on the YouTube, AYEE Radio, and make sure you subscribe. Hit the like buttons. Watch my show. Let me know feedback. Tell me what you want to talk about. Just do whatever you can to help support my situation so that I can support the community better with the topics that I talk about. Because today I'm going to get a little deep and I want to talk about some things. But I want to give a rest in peace shout out to my girl Stacy Rose. I love you so much. When I first moved back to Philly from Jersey, Stacy made sure that my daughter and I had a roof over our head. I was able to rent a space through Stacy, and it kept me afloat. And I'm really appreciative of her friendship. She did my hair for years. She's a braider. Stacy, I love you. Rest in peace. I shade your spirit, baby. I shade your spirit. You already know here we at the home of Crystal Clear Thoughts. So we already know death is not an enemy to man. It just is that next step on the life when that name is called. And I love you, Stacy, and everything you did and done here on earth. I know your children will walk in those same footsteps. I love you, mamas. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Listen, today's show, we're going to talk about depression, anxiety, trauma, stress. We're going to talk about it because a lot of what I have been researching is a lot of African Americans specifically deal with these things, but they do not seek help. Now, let me give you a few things that I picked up on when I was reading. I read the Black Woman's Health Imperative, and what I learned about depression was, you got certain things of how you know it's depression. If you're sad, hopeless, and you feel worthless, or you feel like you just want to give up. You're anxious, you feel empty, irritable, restless, helpless, guilty, and pessimistic. And if these things go on for more than 7 days, and you're in the same mood swing every day, then you need to seek some type of help so that you can talk it out and be able to assess the situation so that you can deal with your depression in a different manner and not the way that you were dealing with it, because obviously what we were doing wasn't working because we wouldn't be depressed. You understand? So I want to go ahead and let you know that between African American women and white women, and this is not a race thing, but I just want to give you the kind of numbers that separates us. Let's say 3.9% of African American women are sad. Only 2.9% of white women are sad. 2.4% of women, African American women are hopeless. Only 1.9% of white women feel hopeless. 1.8% of African American women feel worthless, and 1.6% of white women feel worthless. Now let's backtrack, and I want to clearly state some things to people, because anybody who knows me knows I'm a lover of learning my past. So let's go back to slavery, and let's not back to our ancient times when we were great kings and queens, but let's go to a time where there was an era of time in our life where we were misplaced from our families, we were beaten, we were killed, we were raped, we were abused, we went through so many terrible things that caused traumas, which causes stress. Now that stress goes through that blood lineage through time. Some people have fought and broke those curses and broke those chains, but some of us are still fighting that good fight. Depression did not just start in your life today. It's been going on in your bloodline for hundreds of years because of what went on with your ancestors. If you don't get what I just said, then you go ahead and rewind this and you play it back. I'm telling you that a lot of the things that we're dealing with today in America, let's talk about America, is from past historical events because it still rides in our DNA. Your mom was birthed by her mom, who was birthed by her mother, who was birthed by her mother, who was birthed by her mother, and those mothers have been through some trauma. They have seen their husbands being murdered. They have seen their children being taken from them. They observe Black women specific. We've watched our men being raped in front of our faces. We endure a lot, and we are still at that bottom of that totem pole. And if people, all my fellow people out in the world, non-Black people, if you don't identify as African American, then you know that you need to do something within your community to let them know, like, listen, these people are suffering from years of depression. It did not just start this year, last year. I didn't want to get too deep into that, but it's just what it is. Depression is a real thing in our culture, and we're not able to talk about it because we're afraid of being ridiculed by the things and the ways that we feel. And we can get in further than that, but we're not going to do that because that's a whole nother show. It says that we deal with different social pressures, which is true. African Americans deal with different social pressures. I don't have to tell you that. Statistics tell you that. We're in a different age and time where now our people are owning businesses and real estate and doing bigger and better things. But those are the ones who are breaking these chains and these curses that's placed upon us through our trauma and stress and anxieties that we've been through. Now, we as a culture, we have been abused so long. Some of us are still suffering mentally. Some of us are still suffering physically, where disease come into play. You wonder why things happening in your life are happening, but we got to remember that we're connected to the all. So we're experiencing a bigger experience than we ever thought. We're experiencing other people's experiences through our experience. And I'm talking about your ancestors, your great grandmom, the people that came before you, your grandfathers. So when it came to Black men, it says 5 to 10% of Black men, African American men, are dealing with mental illness and refuse, not just won't, they refuse to seek help. What is that telling us, Black mothers and fathers? Our children need attention. They need to be talked to. They need to have conversations about their emotions and their feelings. They are people too. Because you don't want your child to grow older and become so engulfed in issues from what's going on with mommy and daddy. You don't want that. You want that child to grow and blossom into the world and be fruitful and multiply and have other babies who think on a different level other than what we used to think because we broke the curse, we broke the chain. If I'm not making sense, you let me know. But if you feel what I'm saying, put some hearts in the comment section, thumbs up. Depression is real, and it's really real in our community, and we need to seek help and advice from others. Men seek other men to help you. Women seek other women to help you. And if you feel uncomfortable, switch it up. Sometimes I think we get caught up in what other people think. And the more we get caught up in what other people think, we lose sight of what we're supposed to be thinking. Here's a few examples of what's adding on to stress right now in 2021. We had the pandemic. The pandemic caused a fear. It caused us to socially distance ourselves from one another. No hugging, no touching, no kissing, no rubbing, no what, none of that. It stopped us from being with each other. And being with one another on earth is a reason for living, because every living thing is connected to every other living thing. So when we went through that period of time, the world was sad because everybody was sad in the world. And why were we sad? Because they got on the news and they say, listen, it's a disease. It's called COVID-19. It's killing people. It's taking lives. You know, they said, fuck the flu, fuck the colds, fuck pneumonia, fuck all those other things. This is what it's called. And we didn't make this up in the lab. This came from China. We had our people went out and was hurting Chinese people, Asian people, not just Chinese, Asian people, saying that this disease came from this place. Like it's just too much. And social media causes the effect of us dealing with one another the way we do. That is stressful. Stress causes disease. I'm not a doctor, but I damn sure know what I'm saying is the truth. Stress causes the disease. It puts you at a dis-ease. That means that you won't be able to do what you're supposed to do because you're at a dis-ease, a disadvantage. You can't do shit because in your mind, you're killing yourself mentally because of not dealing full head on with anxiety, with stress, with depression, just not dealing with it. Now, trauma, like when I went back into slavery and I was explaining to you guys, trauma is when you experience something so horrific or you see it. You either experience it or you see it to a point where it just takes you to a place where you can't like fucking deal with life. A lot of our people have been watching people get gunned down in the streets, murdered. We have seen so many people die from this COVID. We have watched death hit us immensely. And it was so intense to the point where if you wasn't in tune with yourself, you were liable to go crazy during this pandemic. And I want to shout out to all my survivors who dealt with this disease and got over it. Because there's ways that we can heal ourselves, and love is part of it. Having a love for yourself and telling your body parts and having those conversations with your brain and with your feet, with your hands, with your nose, with your eyes, with your lips, with your tongue, whatever, and you blessing those things. We're looking for blessings from outside of us, and it's all within. Another way of being stressed is people don't want to be alone. People are getting older, their children are leaving the nest. They don't want to be alone. That's stressful on some people. What am I going to do? I don't want to be in a house by myself. I can be in a house by myself, but some people can't. Afraid to venture out into new areas of life. That's what stress does. It stops you from living the way that you need to live. Depression is real, anxiety is real, stress is real, trauma is real. But will you allow those things that are real to have control over you? Will you allow that to happen in your life? Are you willing to take initiative and say, you know what? I'm not dealing with this today. Thank you for my healing. Thank you for my healing. God, thank you for my healing. God, thank you. Thank you. When thoughts are running through your head, thank you, God, for making me strong. You got to be in control of how you work. Depression is real. Another thing that I found out was depression is the leading cause of disability, second to the global burden of disease. I'm going to repeat that. Depression is the leading cause of disability, second to the global burden of disease. So that means that that is a step to disease. What are we going to do for ourselves to put ourselves in a healthy mind frame? You got to start with talking to yourself, inner talking, having those, don't let the thoughts have its way. You have your way with these thoughts. You become a crystal clear thinker. Away from me, disease, anxiety, stress, or whatever, fear. Away from me. I'm strong. I'm independent. I'm loyal. I'm peaceful. I'm truthful. I'm powerful. You have to be in control of that. Um, I also wanted to make sure that I want to give you guys the references to where I got the information from. That was a Murray. The depression is the leading cause of disability, second to the burden of disease, the global burden of disease. That was Murray and Lopez in 1996. We in 2021. So are y'all saying that these fellas or women or whoever did these studies, you think they making this shit up? Because you're witnessing it right now. At this time, depression is second most common disease afflicting the elderly. Why are old people depressed? That's supposed to be the best part of your life. Why are older people depressed? Because their fucking children are treating them like they're not shit, like they're not their mom and their dads. It's sickening. Old people should be walking around the happiest. Babies and old people should be fucking happy. The shit in between, we learning lessons. I always say I never regret the shit that I've done or been through because it's lessons learned. Just accept me for my shit and move on. Don't use my lessons I had to learn against me. This is a lesson I had to learn. Depression is real. I dealt with depression. My mom died when I was 8 years old, going on 9 years old. So when you're dealing with those type of things and you're dealing with depression, anxiety, stress, and all of those things at a younger age, and nobody's actually coming in and saying, hey, are you fucking K? When you don't do that, depression takes on. Now the person is stressing. Oh, these people don't give a fuck about me. They don't care. Firecracker came and making too much noise. Good evening, everyone. Firecrackers in the building. So now I'm going to go into another thing that causes stress, depression, poverty. Poverty is at its all-time high. And it's like, how? What do you mean? Because the little bit of money and chump change has been divvied out and things like that, that's not shit. People are still living check to check, month to month, really trying to figure it the fuck out. Surviving off stamps, surviving off of just so much shit, trying to put their best foot forward. It causes stress. You got children, mouths to feed, a roof to put on over their head, clothes to put on their back. It causes motherfucking stress if you don't have the key essentials to do it because you can't go out and do it the way you want to. But when you're financially free, you take care of all that shit. You're not even thinking about it. You're stress free. You have a little freedom. Another thing that causes stress, arguments.
Unnecessary arguments.
Causing other people hurt and pain. These are the things that people won't pinpoint or notice. Listen, this is, I know I'm causing you this. Let me apologize for this hurt or pain I'm causing you.
That would be nice.
Let me acknowledge the role I'm playing in this situation. Who does that? Nobody. Why? Because you're afraid that people are going to look at you crazy.
I do, boo. I do.
What?
Say I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying that when you don't do that, it keeps you in that stressful state. Mm-hmm. When you don't acknowledge who you are as a person, or to your people, your peers, your whoever, your family, whatever. When you don't acknowledge, hey, I fucked up.
Oh, that's why I guess I stay stress-free then.
Because that causes stress on your life because you won't admit to yourself that you fucked up.
Right.
Shout out to Senna Jan. You already know I got the Southwest No Look one piece on.
Hey, I gotta get mine for E Kill Me. I don't want
shout out to E. So let me go back. I want to let me bring Firecracker up to speed on the notes.
I'm sorry for being late. I had a long
Your hair is beautiful.
Your
hair is beautiful. She looks like Princess Firecracker today. So basically, I went into the statistics on African American women and between African American women and white women, and not to say it was a racial thing, but just to show you the levels of where we're at and how stressful we are, and then how stressed they are. Okay. So when it came to sadness, we were at 3.9% and they were at 2.9.
Wow.
When it came to hopelessness, we were at 2.4% and they were at 1.9. When it came to feeling worthless, we were at 1.8 and they're at 1.6. Now feeling That's worthless, deep. All women have that kind of trait, right? Especially dealing in relationships. You feel worthless sometimes. You feel like shit. Who the fuck am I in this relationship? So I can get us being that neck and neck right there on that one. But that is a cause of depression.
Right.
These are causes, triggers of depression.
Yes. Because every time I go to the back doctor, that's what they ask me. Do you feel hopeless? Do you feel worthless? Do you feel sad? Are you depressed? Like, that's a whole lot of stress right there. That's a whole lot of stress right there, yo. Like, yo, and that days I carried that burden. I really did. I carried the burden of hopelessness because I feel like I can't do what I want to do when I want to do it. Is no future in my back. Like, I felt worthless because I can't get up and do what I gotta do for my kids. Because oh my God, my back today, I can't even bend over. Right. Like, so and that took me down to 110 pounds when I was 135.
It says that. It says you will increase or decrease your appetite.
Mine's decreased.
Mine always decreases. We're small frames, so some people will eat themselves into depression, and some people won't eat a fucking thing, and that's me.
Yeah, me too.
That's her.
Yes.
I won't eat shit. I'm like, man, listen, I'll smoke this away. Yes. I'll smoke this shit away because
yes.
Who? Okay, so here's the question: if you dealing with depression and your mama dealing with depression and the grandma dealing with depression, nobody ever dealt with their depression issues. You can't go to your family for help. Right. Stop turning to your family because they're your family for help.
Right. Must agree.
You can't, because they have not received the proper fucking help. How can they help you?
Right.
You can't take advice from motherfuckers that they're not showing and proving that they're getting the help that they need. No, I don't want your advice. We can vent together. Let's vent. But I don't need no fucking advice because we're going to both fall back into the black hole that we was just in.
Right.
So it said another thing, sleeping a lot. I used to sleep, I would sleep days away. I would sleep days
Is
away.
sleepless nights a part of stress? Because I didn't get no
That's
sleep.
that's more anxiety.
Okay.
Anxieties is when you're like overly thinking and feeling
Yeah,
like
I'm one of
the
them. That's
world
why I be
closing
at
in
this
on you.
slow
Like,
my roll.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I be like, whoa. Am I thinking too much? You know, I ask you all. Don't I ask you that all the time? Am I thinking too much? About
Am I overthinking this? Um, trauma, trauma,
Mm,
the trauma causes depression and all of these things. And one thing that, and I know that she can attest to this, when you're witnessing things happening, whether directly to you or in front of you, through pain deeper than wounds, it causes you to block certain things out.
yes.
It causes you not to want to deal with people. It causes you to say, fuck the world. I
Mhm.
don't want to be here.
Fuck it.
I want to go. Kill me
If I had the
now.
balls, I sliced my throat.
You see what I'm saying? Shit. You gotta have, listen.
Listen.
When a person, and because suicide is real, because
Yes.
depression, stress, anxiety leads to suicidal behaviors.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. A person that takes their life is officially the fuck over this world. Okay?
Yes. Over
They're
everything.
over it.
And I can attest to that because I was there but didn't have the balls to fucking do it.
To pull through.
I didn't have the balls to do it. It wasn't the fact that I didn't have it in my mind or wasn't there. Like I mentally, emotionally was there, but was like, damn, bitch, you really gonna? Can you tie this thing and put it around your throat and just hang? Like, can you do that?
No.
No. Can you like sit here and be like, no, I can't do it, bitch. Get your shit together.
Right.
You full of shit.
Right. And
like,
it
but
opens,
I understand why they do it.
It opens a door for conversations.
And it's sad.
Because it's really sad. I know a person that committed suicide. And I would, in my mind, I would have never thought, because everything he had going on, you would have thought that he was okay.
Speaks sis.
And to know that he took his own life, and you'll never have a real reason why these people take their lives.
No.
They might leave a note. They might tell you, oh, I was dealing with the bullying and stuff, because a lot of children are taking their lives.
Yes,
because they are stressed and depressed because of motherfuckers telling them how to live, how to eat, how to do all
what
of these things.
Like.
And it's not their mama or their daddy.
Right. What they should wear.
It's
on
the
their
fucking
feet.
people on the outside.
Yep. How you should look, what you should like, what you shouldn't like. It's sad. It's sad. And that's crazy that you.
Yes, Kiana, everybody is struggling right now.
It's crazy that you say that, because my best friend, my best male friend, my brother, and I'm gonna say this just like this, my brother, my family, Radu O'Connor, may you rest in peace, is the man who literally talked me off the edge.
Mm-hmm.
So suicide is kind of like, I'm struggling with the understanding of suicide right now, because for a man to talk another person from killing themselves and then jump off a bridge is deep for me. Like, what was my brother going through mentally for him to be able to bring me through the death of my son, get locked up for it? He came and visit me in prison. When I say I was 60 pounds soaking fucking wet, that man came to that prison faithfully visit me. I got pictures that I got tucked away because I don't ever want nobody to see that shit. You know what I mean? But I got thousands of pictures of this man uplifting me. And know who the fuck?
And then he
had nobody to do that for him. I didn't even know he was going through that.
Right, where you could have did that for him. And,
yes.
And he brought you to, and
you know, I'd have died to help him stay alive.
Right.
Just because of that.
Now look how deep that is. A man helped her get out of her depression. And then, in that same token, he did the same thing he told her not to do.
Yes.
What are we going through, people, that we are not being assessed, or not being assessed, where we're not assessing our own mental state of mind?
Yes.
If you're in a relationship with someone, you have those conversations, babe, you feel like I'm acting weird, or do you see da. You gotta be able to have mirrors around you at all times. Yeah. Stop just looking in the mirror to get cute. Look in the mirror to reflect who you really are as a fucking human being.
And what you're doing with yourself. Yeah.
It's sickening. It's to a point where we are losing our people. And it's not fair.
Nope.
People have the right to live life for as long as they
And
can.
people got to write for other people who are living on a settled foundation to help these others who is on rocky grounds. Like y'all so big on, oh fuck that ain't my business. Fuck, that's on him. That's on her. Like no,
It is. It's everybody's business when it comes to family.
no, like no. And that's why I say like I guess that's another reason why I do the things I do in life and why I live the way I live, because some days it's very hard for me mentally. It really is. And you know what I go through on a daily basis as far as just dealing with life and the people that surround me, because it's really not my shit. I have yet to probably really deal with my shit. But
Period.
you know what I mean? I ain't even had time to really recollect on my shit. But what I'm saying is like it's hard every day, and you need people like you. Like you don't know what you do for me. Sometimes I know you got your own shit going on, and I normally don't talk about my family shit and stuff to people, but I call you and you like boom, and your ear open and you giving me, you're not even talking bad about the people I'm telling you about. You're not telling me like it's no downing, it's all positivity. You don't know what you do for me since we reconnected. Like it's really big for me, Nene, and I really want to let you know that I truly appreciate you, sis.
You did the same thing for me. It was reciprocated, because I knew in my life, dealing with stress and being depressed about how people view me or whatever, how people look at me and how they judge me. And then and I'm not gonna put the brother out there, but this is one brother that used to always tell me this, and I'm gonna say this shit. He always would say, Queen, you know what? You a fly, fine motherfucker. If anybody got something to say about you, they fucking hating. And he would say that to me with so much conviction.
Right.
And I didn't believe that shit. I'm like, what, nigga? I'm this, I'm that, But I had to really dig myself and say, yo, people really fucking depend on me for good energy.
Right.
How dare I give up that part of me because I'm dealing with these things? I can get over it, because how can I be a voice of reason for my friends, like you said, and then be the one jumping off the bridge?
Yeah. Yep.
That would be so fucking...
It's contradictory.
It's definitely contradictory, and it would be so stressful for the people that I've been talking to.
Yes, because
I know that you stressed out thinking about that man.
Yes.
How he uplifted you, and then
I think about him every day. His shirt hanging in my closet. When I get up, I see his face inside my closet. Like, I think about him every day. I drive past my dad. I go up to my dad's house. I got to drive past his home like that. He literally built like this. Y'all really don't like when I say, like, I'm gonna stop talking about him because he gonna make that shit gonna make me cry.
No, he's thinking. Well, no, his spirit is around. That's all. This
man came from living with his mother to having his own truck, his own money, his own house, his own everything. He even changed his religion. He was Muslim when I first met him. I looked up. He like, says you coming to church with me? I'm like, what? Wait a minute, what you doing? Like,
right.
But God is God. No matter who you serving and what you call him, God is God. So it didn't even matter to me. I just felt like, again, we was like on two different wave patterns when it came to religion. So for him to like now be on the same page, and again, that man had a lot of knowledge in that brain that I'm really this really like I could fucking choke somebody. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like just thinking about that, because he never put it in writing. That man was very, very intelligent. And shout out to Kelly and his kids and his wife and everybody else because he had a whole football team. You know what I mean? And that's who I feel bad for. I feel bad for them children.
Because he was something special to them.
Yes, and he had the knowledge to take them somewhere where they wouldn't, like you said, with our kids who stuck out in these streets and killing themselves, like they wouldn't even be there. So, shout out to everybody who do look out for other people and see what other people going through, to even take the time out to want to give a little advice or opinion or help, because some people need that.
I just
some people need that.
Like I told you guys, the first beginning segment, I wanted to get into depression and talk about anxiety and stress and all of these things. And I'm going to end this segment with a crystal clear thought for that part. And my crystal clear thought is, Take your time to know you. The more you know who you are, the better you can handle what's coming to you or for you. You cannot receive blessings and new things in life if you can't stop dealing with old issues and old things happening. Um, you know when people get married, they get something old, something borrowed, something blue, but the new thing that they have is the husband.
Right.
All of those things they gave him was passed down. They got rid of it. So the next wedding was, I'm gonna get rid of this. I no longer have this old borrowed all of that. I don't have this shit no more because I done gave it away. Because I have what's new.
Right.
You have to open your hands to give and to receive.
Yes.
Give
True
yourself a
indeed.
chance to understand you as an individual. Um, Depression is real. If you feel like you need to talk to anybody, we do have a special place here at A Radio.
Yes.
It's for the LGBTQ plus everyone else community. It's for everyone. It's for everybody. When you're dealing with shit, you need people. You need love. I could give a fuck
Yes.
about anything you do other than you coming to get help or to give
Right.
love.
Right.
You either coming to get help or you're coming to give love.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk it out before you jump it out.
So if y'all have anything
Let's talk
that
about
y'all would
it.
like to add or DM us about, or have any crystal clear thoughts on depression, anxiety, and stress, please send in all of your, your DMs and let me know all your thoughts. Let Firecracker know, because we really, really have sit downs and we talk to each other and we sit and we vent and we vent and we like, damn, this is something we need to talk about on the
Yes,
show.
that's how we come up with what we want to talk about.
You
And
know,
it would be it would be so much better because, like I said, that's why I put on my thing. We want y'all. It's better when the community involved. It's not just about our thoughts. We want y'all's too.
we want
y'all,
everybody's
we want
thoughts.
y'all thoughts. What's going on in your brain?
Y'all
we can
are
put
the
it out.
community.
Yes, put it out into the atmosphere and let's try to get some woosah on it. Let's get some woosah on it, whether good or bad. Yo.
Love is love, okay? So now we're going to move on to our second segment, which is go into the crystal ball. Go into the crystal ball. Get your thought from the crystal ball. Get your thought from a crystal ball. Pause on the balls.
Balls on the balls.
Pause on the balls. Shout out to everybody. Stay tuned. You know, we got to lighten up the situation. We got real deep talking about depression, anxiety, stress. But now we're about to go into the crystal clear ball.
Into that deep stuff.
We're going to go to the ball.
Over here. I was running up the steps. I don't even supposed to be running. I was like, back into the show. I was cussing the African out. She want to talk to the water department and shit. I'm like, bitch, do my hair. I got a podcast tonight. Got a podcast.
I got a podcast
Fuck
going
your
on.
water.
I don't need that shit. It's hot anyway. Shout out to everybody, staying tuned. I appreciate y'all. Please go to AYEE Radio, subscribe. Shout out to Megatron Productions, Privilege Entertainment, Megatron and Swizzard Designs. That's our sponsors for the year. I appreciate y'all looking out. They were my first donors. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all looked out. Shout out to JE Edibles, Legacy, Ajay.
You had her high.
I know. I'm so high. Ajay, shout out to you, girl, because you listen, them edibles is everything. Shout out to you and those edibles.
I forgot to tell her to get them out the fridge.
Edible Legacy.
You're supposed to be on our counter.
Yes, we're supposed to have them here at the show, so when people come, we get them hot. We got. Go ahead. Go ahead. Read your crystal clear thought. What you get out the ball?
Do you have a type of person?
What you mean?
In regards to your man. Like, do you have?
The kind of a type?
Yes.
Ooh. So I did, and I did in college, right? Because I'm a Busta Rhymes. I love Busta Rhymes, right? So dreadlocks.
Let's not get off the subject right now. I'm talking about Busta.
All right, my man. but he's the premise of what kind of man I like. So I used to like men with dreads, real brolic. I like them grit. I didn't like pretty guys. I wasn't really into pretty men. I'm still not into. I don't like you too pretty. If you prettier than me, I can't do it. Spam risk out of pocket calling my boo phone during the show. That was spam risk, yo.
Turn it off.
But so that was my type. And then as I got older, I realized that it's no such thing as a, the physical type is always like, oh, because you look good. Da, da, da.
Right.
But
Right.
mine now was always spiritual type. So yeah, mine is more like the God in you, your devil, because everybody has a God and a devil. So
Right.
is your God bigger than your devil?
Yes.
I can rock with you, I know you got a little devil in you. Yeah, he try to rear his ugly head here and there, but I'm a rock with God. But yeah, so that's I never really after that I never really had like a specific type like I want my man to look like this and all like that. No, I never did. Actually, people used to be fucking mad at some of the relationships. my sister, my sister was mad in college because I was dating this guy. I'm not gonna go there with his name, but he was from Bosnia. She was pissed the fuck off. She was like, "What the fuck? What are you doing?" And so it's like my first white boy that I've ever dated. I always had white boyfriends back in the day, but like boyfriends, like, oh, we go together,
Right.
little Italian guys. But that was my boyfriend in college. That was my boyfriend, and she did not like that. She was a little offended by that. I don't know why. She never told me why. I don't think it was any racial thing. I think it was more so as like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Like, you are too wild for him, or so, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. My sister didn't approve. and then when I got with my old head Italian, it was like when I dated outside my race, yeah, they didn't approve of that. When I was dating inside the race, they loved all those boyfriends, but the ones outside the race, they was like, who the fuck and why?
Right.
Especially about the last one because he was older than me. They like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Is this like a sugar daddy type of situation? But it wasn't though. So shout out to the exes. Yeah, so I really don't have a type. I know your type, girl.
Well,
I know her type.
the funny part is my type used to be drug dealers.
Yeah, I know.
That used to
Yeah,
be my
your man
thing.
looked like he sell drugs. He was standing on the block. He was standing on the block when I came there today. He was standing on the blocks. And I was like, why you standing like that? He was like, why you walking like your daughter? I was like, all right, then.
Maybe that's why that was like
Attraction
attraction
to you?
because
Yeah, tall
with that
motherfucker
damn
just
car
sitting there
he
like-
got. Yeah.
And he was just, I was like, who was this nigga? And then I got closer. I realized it was him. I was like, okay, why is he standing like that?
I never had a
He's about to sell us
preference
a brick.
in color. I never had a preference in color, but I was into the drug dealers. I liked it, the fast life, the money,
Of course.
the cars,
Yeah, the
clothes,
clothes, the hoes, I suppose.
suppose.
I just wanna be successful. She thought she was gonna get successful from that shit. Like, you a drug dealer?
Right.
Let
Like,
me get a brick.
yeah.
I'm ready. I'm on the block with it.
Yes, and I really was though, till I had to realize, like, man, this shit leads to jail. Like,
Yes, this shit.
why when I ride past the cop, I gotta keep looking back to see get ready to bust a U-turn and shit? Like, I don't like this life.
I like this shit. This shit ain't working. You a fucking drug
Now
dealer.
I got me a good, wholesome
Working man.
and I guess that's why I never really like stayed in long-term relationships, and I didn't have too many relationships because I need me a family man. See, I come from my grandpa,
Mhm.
and that man was a family man. He
Mhm.
took care of home, paid all the bills. My grandma still went to work. Don't get it messed up. My grandma went to work, but she cooked, cleaned. She did all the wifely duties. My grandpa took care of all the bills. And that's what I'm used to seeing. So that's what I was looking for. So once I got over the drug dealing thing, I'm like, bitch, you better get your mind right. Like, either jail or home. Which one you want?
The crazy part is with the
Pick and
drug dealers,
choose.
I was always cool with them. So I wasn't attracted to them. And the reason why is because I would watch what the fuck they did to women. So I was like, ew, I don't want these niggas. They is out of pocket.
Right.
But they was like my homies, and I was like kind of respected it a little bit. It was like weird. It was like, I respect the shit out of this,
Right.
but I would never fuck with you, motherfucker. I ain't never taking you personal, And but that I can understand when we were young,
Yeah.
that the drug game ain't even the same
No, it's
as
not.
back in the day.
No, it's not, bro.
That when money making Mitch put that knot up on that table.
Speak.
That's how brothers used to do back in the day. I had my little player back in the day. Used to make sure I had my kids. Used to make sure I had my kids.
Yes. Your kids.
Kitty,
Yes.
Dick, Shorty.
Yeah. I think we all. Anybody over 30 had a fucking kid.
Y'all better know what
had
them
a pair of kids because I had 2 or 3.
Y'all better know what them kids do.
Maybe you
Yes.
still make them.
Girl, if I see a pair of kids, I'm gonna stomp on your foot. If y'all bring kids back, I'm stomping on your pinky toe. That's why my
Yo, I
fucking
used to
pinky
be
toes
mad.
is like this now because of that
Yes.
tight ass
Tight
kid
ass
canvas.
kids with
fucking
no
kids.
cotton on the inside.
I think they did. State Property.
Converses.
Shout out to State Property.
State
B.
Property.
Siegel on y'all. Philly
Yes,
Freeway. Rest
boss,
in peace to
yes.
your daughter and your son. And I know you lost them both. I love you, Freeway. Shout out to the State Property gang. You know we love you over here. We talk our shit. We talk real hip hop over here, but we love the shit out of State Property. That's what we do. But yeah, no, Keds was definitely. I think State Property did have
I think they did.
sponsorship with Keds. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't have worn them shits. I'm
No,
trying to
because
tell
when
you.
I wore them to
I was
school,
over 'em.
I got into a fight about the motherfucking sneakers. Because the nigga walked up on me and said what you said. Keep eating dick short.
Keep
like,
eating
what?
dick shorty.
I don't fucking suck no dick. I didn't even have a sex yet. He was like, that's what your sneakers say. I said, that ain't what my sneakers say. They say Kez. Who told you that? The fuck keep eating dick shorty.
Keep eating dick shorty.
I was over it.
I suck dick. I don't eat
At
dick.
that time, I wasn't doing either. I was fucking appalled.
Okay, y'all ready? Here we go. Here we go. Another crystal clear thought. Make sure y'all sending your crystal clear thoughts. DM me.
Please,
Crystal clear questions, thoughts, whatever you want to DM me. DM me so I can put it in the crystal clear ball. We pull it out. We shout you out and let them know who sent it in. Shout out to everybody watching. Go to AYEE Radio on YouTube. Subscribe, like, motherfuckers.
Love it.
Okay. Question. Are you happy right now? Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead with this one.
Yeah, go ahead. You start that off.
I'm not happy to a certain extent. I'm not happy because I want to move. I don't like my area. I'm not happy within myself.
Right.
I'm happy about me. I love me. I'm not happy with my back, but a bitch could use a new back. Anybody got a new back?
Anybody giving out backs?
DM me for your new back if you don't want it no more.
If you got a back, you could give us. We need back supplies.
Yes. But I'm pretty much like on some for real stuff though. Like I'm happy. Right. I am happy, but I'm not happy. Stuff, though. Like, I'm happy.
Yes. I get it.
Right.
I understand that. I understand that you know, because your environment it can cause stress and depression. The environment can cause that. It's the air, it's the energy that's in around. When it's a bunch of negative energy, that's what's going on. That's what's vibrating around you. Am I happy now? Hell yeah. You know why I'm happy? Because I woke up, and every time I wake up, I'm like, I'm gonna get him. It's time. So I'm definitely in a happy space now. I was depressed. I was stressed. Right. I was going through. My body would break out on me. I would just lose my motherfucking mind. I was losing weight. My edges. I ain't got no edges. You know what I'm saying? I went through a fucking niggas thought I was on crack or something. Like people thought I was doing drugs. But I was really depressed. I was depressed about my family. And I was depressed about just my relationships with people because I give a lot of energy to situations and people never want to recognize my energy as a source of or a compliment to the friendship, relationship, or whatever ship I was on. Right. And that's with my family, friends, or whatever. And so I was kind of depressed about that. And it took me to a place where I had to start saying fuck people. So I was on a fucking warpath for maybe a year or two, right, up until the pandemic, right? I'm gonna say right before the pandemic hit on my daughter's birthday, March 14th.
Yes, it did.
And I remember her birthday and me like, damn, my baby 8 years old, because this was 2020. I was like, damn, my baby is 8 years old. I really got a fucking baby, yo. I really got a kid. Like this little motherfucker staring at me, smiling, and she wants shit from me and shit. Right. Because in my mind, I'm a nigga. I'm part of the crew. I'm hood. This is what I was thinking, guys. This is not what I'm thinking today, but this is how I was thinking. I'm all of these things. And I'm all of this and I'm all of that. And how can I'm a mom? And then I started to think remember my mom didn't raise me. Remember my mom died. Da, da, da. So that clicked. And then I was just like, fuck that shit. I ain't being around none of these motherfuckers. They don't mean me no good. Because a person, because we had a definition of ride or die. We already did that definition of ride or die. And I remember that a lot of people wasn't riding or dying for me. They
Right.
wasn't protecting me as a friend.
Right.
So it opened up target practice for me because now I'm shooting shots. So if somebody come to me and say, "Oh, da 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 da," said da 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 da, I just throw a shot back, bah. And then by the time they get back to them, they got bah, they hit.
Right.
And it's not even a hard joint. It's because I'm too happy with myself
Right.
to even let your bullshit affect me. Because usually happy people deal with happy people.
Right. You better know.
Sad people, miserable people deal with miserable situations and miserable people. And I ain't with the shits. I ain't with it. I'm with the shits, but I ain't with the shits. You understand? Like, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. But I'm definitely happy. Cheers to us being happy, though. Hold on. Let's make a cheers to that. I shade to all the spirits that we lost thus far. I love you guys, man. I'm just a little bit sick about a lot of the shit that's going on out in this world.
Yes.
But I shade to all of you. And like I said, just keep on, holding us down. Go ahead. What you got?
You want to go there? Shall we go there?
No,
not today.
Not today.
Yeah, not today.
I just already was almost there right there. You see me? I was almost there.
Yeah, that's why I had to ask. But
Yeah,
I'm like,
don't go there. We drinking 1738, the champagne of cognac. I can't go there right now. I'm celebrating life.
That's a good one, though. I like this one. I like this one.
Shout out to the crystal clear ball. Hold on, let's
Fold
lift that
that
back up.
back
Let
up.
me do this. Would you fold that up?
Yes.
First of all, while you getting that together, let me show everybody this goddamn ball. Let me show y'all that ball. Put your thoughts in here, okay?
My boo's so happy about this ball. You should see me
I
making
was
this John. I'm
listen
like,
to
it's
me.
not right. She like, bitch, put the letters
Put
on.
the letters on there. I don't care. Put the letters on. This ball means so much to me. First of all, it has our logo on here. And the show is named after my mom. Everybody knows that, Crystal. I love you, Mom. I shade your spirit. But this ball, we want to fill this shit up. We want to fill it.
Yeah, we need
I
that
want it
John
to be
full.
so many thoughts. Because know how many thoughts run through your brain a day?
A day.
So I want to fill this up.
A day. She got me ready to carry my notepad because my brain going
Fill
1,000
it up.
miles per hour.
Y'all remember the guy on Power 99? He always do the what if, the whys. That
Yeah.
what was the why? Wait, what was I can't even think of none of this shit right now because I'm trying to think of it right now. Like, if you going left, do that mean you right? Like, you know what I'm saying? He say shit like that. We don't care what it is.
It make you think.
We don't care what it is. We want it in the ball. We don't mind. We don't mind. You ready, boo?
Yo.
Go, what you got?
When was
shit.
When your menstrual first started, do you remember your reaction?
To all the men that's watching this show, we sorry but you got daughters and shit,
Yeah,
so y'all gonna need to know this shit. So tune in, fellas, and watch and listen and learn about menstrual situations when they first come. So first of all, I used to practice to have a period. if that makes any sense. I used to practice. So I would just put pads in my drawers and walk around with the shit. I don't know. I see my sisters and them had periods. I was like, whoa, I'm about to get a period.
Right.
Let me get my shit together. So yeah, I was just walking around with thick ass pads. And pads was thick as fuck in the 90s. So I wasn't ready for what was going down. You know what I'm saying? Swishing around and all that shit. So, and then when I finally got my period, it looked so fucking weird because it wasn't really blood yet. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Mama! You know what I'm saying? I went down there, to ask her. And she's like, oh, yeah, this is the, welcome to womanhood. And I'm like, fuck this shit.
How old were you?
I was 14 years old. I was older because, matter of fact, 14, like going in. Listen, I didn't go through real puberty. Like, I just got titties in my 30s, okay? I just got this shit in my 30s. My puberty, I don't know what this was about, but if I showed you pictures of me, oh my God. Like right now, I feel like I feel like
you evolved. You evolved. Because that's how I felt. I was flat-chested. First of all, a bitch was flat-chested all the way after I graduated high school. That's number one.
I was so flat-chested in college
till I graduated from high school.
Oh wow, yeah. So
I was 17 when I got my period.
That was my first time ever being. Intimate
I thought I was never gonna get one because my sister got hers at 10. So I was like, bitch, where yours at? You older than her. Where the fuck? I was looking for that bitch. Like, yo,
Yeah.
you.
I feel like people who go through puberty later is because we had such old souls. Like I was so mature
Okay.
for my age when I was young that
Yeah.
the period wouldn't have solidified who I was as at that
Is
point. And
that
it's
what it
real shit.
is?
I promise you, because you know you go through those things, you get the mood swings and all that shit. Like
Right.
you
Right.
just everything bothers you. I wasn't going through none of that. I was playing basketball, running cross country.
Yeah.
I had a dance group. I had a drill team. I was cheerleading.
Agreed.
I did every fucking thing I could do young because I had so many talents. I just and mom, I love y'all. So don't be offended by what I'm about to say, but I just wish that I had someone to hone it, to put energy into me, putting energy into the talents that I had. Because
Bring that shit to life.
I know that it goes far, and that's why I go through it all the time with myself, with my daughter. I'm like, you might not want to do this, but you're gonna like it, you
Right.
know. But she's like, Mom, like TikTok, YouTube, this is what I do. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, piano lessons, vocal lessons.
Yes.
What's up?
What's up?
So
Right.
yeah. So once I told her though, I told her I'm signing you up and I'm paying for it. She was like, okay. But I think it'll open you up. I think it'll give you something better to, you know, to look at, to be, or whatever. So,
Are you
know,
ready for hers?
I can't take it. She got ninnies.
Look, she had to breathe on that shit. 'Cause let me tell you something. Mine's 3, and I'm like, Lord,
First
why
of
didn't you
all,
just give me that boy?
my daughter
I
got
asked you for a boy.
boobs. She got
I asked you
boobs
for
and
a fucking
everything.
boy.
She has boobs and
Girl, I'm not ready for
thigh
that.
muscles, and
No,
I'm not with this shit.
I'm
Like
not ready.
I'm ready to chop a nigga head off about my
Right.
daughter. So am I ready for her to get a period? No, because she already has a sassy fucking attitude. She a Pisces. She's feisty. I'm not ready for her to start bleeding. I will lose my goddamn mind. And so no, I don't think I'm ready for that. Fuck no. Double fuck no. Continue. You ready for that? Well, yeah,
Listen,
fuck no.
first of all, I'm telling you, I cried when I found out it was a girl. I cried for 2 weeks straight
I definitely cried when I found out.
because Lord knows that I did not need a duplicate of me. Just give me another boy. Why? Like, why? Why? But I love that little girl. I love that little girl aura. I love that little girl vibe. Like, that little girl is something else.
Yes, she is.
And I'm praying to the higher beings that I live to watch this girl turn 21 and do something with herself, because I know both of my kids gonna be somebody.
Yes.
Because they already extra right now.
Yes.
Like that's why you said I need to put them in some acting or something, because them two right there, first of all, both of them were fucking actors. Actor
Queen,
actress.
they would pick Queen up right now. That's how in tune she is.
Cause some shit I don't even think
she be talking. First of all, she talks clear as shit. I'm like, who is she? Who the fuck is she having these conversations with that she talking this goddamn clear? This little girl, she like, where Brie at? What's ma'am? Ma'am, get out my face. It's my boo. I love that little girl.
My aunt today, and I did not. This how smart she is. She's 3. She know names. She called my aunt today. She said, "Where's JoJo?" My aunt like, he at school. You called me. What the hell you mean? Where JoJo at? I'm like, I didn't even know she knew that this is your number. She knew who the hell she was calling when she first called me. I'm like, listen, both our children, because Bree fits right in. Bree, she's so intelligent and so respectful. Like, I don't like to say this because some people be like, oh bitch, you just saying that because it's your kids. But my kids are really, really respectful.
No, they are.
The way they talk, the way they move, like they are very, very respectful. And I rarely bump into people that have the same kind of kids.
Yeah, some people.
For
hey,
Bree,
y'all know who y'all is. Get y'all goddamn badass kids.
Yeah, so Bree, like I'm in there, I swallowed something the wrong way. I was in the dining room eating, and Nisa was like, I was in there like, I was trying to get it together. She was like, Auntie, are you okay? You need me to come pat your back? Yeah. I was like, no, my daughter asked me for my boy. I'm like, no, Nisa, I'm okay. Queen came right in there like, you ain't okay.
Yeah, my daughter is she's special. When I had her, listen, the first 2 years of her life from birth, she wasn't sick. She didn't cry for shit. Like, we would wake up. Honest to God, I lived with my grandmom when I first had my daughter.
Right.
We slept in the same bed with my grandmom, y'all.
Okay.
In the queen size bed in the
Right.
grandmom's room.
I've been there.
I slept with my grandma.
too.
I slept with my grandmom up until I had my daughter. Bree will wake up in the morning and grab my grandmom's face and just be, oh, my grandma would say, well, ain't the do the butt? Hey, you just a do the butt.
Right.
And would start talking, and Bree would just, and in my mind, I was like, that's my mom.
Right.
Enjoying her mom again.
Adorable.
So I automatically was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I'm watching this shit. And she would say, I know you hungry. Your mom gonna get up and feed you. And then I just opened my eyes like, shit. I knew she knew I was up because I was watching them. But she's like, your mom gonna feed you. And then I would feed her. And she just, I have so many videos of this little baby just sitting there, just swinging shit in the air like this, just moving around, this fat ass little baby, just loving life, just talking shit. I got a video of her talking while I'm on the toilet. She just walking in the bathroom talking some shit. It's like, what?
Right.
I was like, oh my God, this little baby. So yeah, so I can just attest to that when they so sweet and little. Yeah, like I said, she's sassy, but you can't try her.
No.
She don't fuck around with stranger danger. It would be a whole fucking problem.
She fit right in. She fit right in, yo.
She don't play that shit. We don't play that.
I ain't even gotta tell her.
We don't play that.
Don't do this. Don't do that. We walk to the store. She stay right next to me.
We don't play around.
Auntie.
The one thing I did was tell any children that I deal with, the children around me for a long time, they know I'm the funnest. I'm cool as beans. But I got a motherfucking mouth though.
Yeah.
And I'm going to curse you out. And it might seem rougher because the way I deliver shit, people get offended. But it's never out of malice. It's like, no, sit your ass down. We ain't got time for that.
Right.
Don't come over here. We grown over here.
Yeah, keep you in line, motherfucker.
When you see two adults having a conversation, children, get on.
Yeah, because that's how our parents
and teach your children that.
I was say they don't do that. No, that shit is so out of whack. They don't need that.
Teach your children to mind a motherfucking children business. They children. So they should do children.
Talking to you.
Yeah. Or they just staring at you just like.
No, go that way.
Because I playing times I'm on the phone and Bree's like, who that? Quita? Get your ass away from me.
Yes.
Trying to figure out who I'm on the phone with.
Because sometimes they get us because we so lenient. We be like, yeah, it's on Quita.
Yeah, you know we don't really care.
We really don't care. And be like, I ain't fucking talking to you.
But I don't want nobody saying my baby's spoiled. So I be like, yeah, fight the power. You gotta fight the power that be. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's the end of the show.
Yes.
It is the end of the show. Queen
I'm glad
Firecracker made it. I told y'all she was coming. I set her up. I had her looking. I said, look, even if she didn't make it, I had her shit. Like, y'all know that I got a co-host here. Firecracker, I appreciate you, like I said, for coming every Thursday and holding it down with me.
Yes.
Philly Sharp, I appreciate you. AYEE Radio.
Yes.
Subscribe, like.
Please
go to the radio station. Please support this radio station. It's Black owned.
Yes.
You know, my sister's doing it real big, and we got a studio in here. We have a help center. We have so many things. We give out food.
Yes.
We do everything we can for the community, and we just need the community to show
that love back.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we need, man. If you want to sponsor the show, hit me up. $ Queen NEEN Brown. $ AYEE Radio, right? A Radio. $ Firecracker Mill. If you want to donate to the show, you want to be a sponsor on the show, hit us up in a DM, man. Whatever you got going on your brand or whatever, you can give us something or you can donate financially. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
We need the support. Yes. Support us. We love you guys.
We Hulu Bell.
Yes. Crystal clear thought of the day. Take care of your motherfucking self. And you already know, Crystal Clear Thoughts with Queen NEEN featuring Firecracker. Hey. We out of here, baby.
Let's go. Hit us with that song, Philly.
Cheer. Queen NEEN.
Hey.
Philly shit. Sexy shit. Let's go. Here she comes. I'm sitting pretty, getting it. Queen ain't about her dividends. Straight to the point, I hate a bitch. Ain't on me cause I'm winning. Young shit, step your brain up. Stop sucking dick, step your brain up. Closed mouths don't get fed. But if you close your lips, you're more dangerous. Paper chasing full speed ahead. Yeah, I'm hungry, I eat the bread. Hating on me, what the problem is. I love a challenge, I solve it quick. This what a queen should feel like. Down the queendom, real tight. Play no games, I won't say no names. But the niggas know you little lame like. What you looking for? I got what you need. That good can take you there. I call her Molly, cook it up, break it down. You know I got that recipe. Keep calm, nigga, slow your roll. If you ain't got a check, they don't check from me. I jump in the whip and hop out. I make them scream, I make them shout. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen. Yeah. Jump in the whip, and hop out. I make them scream, I make them shout. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen. I be feeling myself all types of ways. Big shots on the thing of which master wave. Film fate time to prove my lover. The Michael Lethal weapon, so I think Mr. Glover. I be spazzing out in my head. If how I felt was bull, yo, he can't base my life on what she said. Cause what she said don't beat my bread. Back to back, cop balls for days. At the balls for days, slim drinks your way. Hosting shows, counting dough. Raising my door, then I cry some more. I fell back a bit, now I'm back again. I'm trying to rock shows all over the map and shit. I want it all, that's what's happening. You hear me come, motherfucker, start clapping. I got what you need. I know you feeling for it. I make it do what it do. So change the scene for me. Hop in the whip real big. He like the way I ride on my Sierra shit. On any chessboard, the Queen State lid. Y'all already know what it is. Here she comes in the whip and hop out. I make them scream. I make them shout. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen. Jump in the whip. I jump and hop out. I make them scream. I make them shout. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen. See, I already know what it is. Kiku to all my angels. I love y'all. Kiku. I got a little girl looking up to me, man. So I gotta keep getting this paper. Jump in the whip and hop out. I make them scream, I make them shout. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen. Jump in the whip and hop out. I make them scream, I make them shout. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen. Here come the queen, baby. Make sure y'all tune in AYEE Radio. Subscribe, motherfuckers. Franklin, I love you. Yeah. Queen. Here come the queen, baby.
Get on YouTube.
Philly shit.
You already know. Go on YouTube, AYEE Radio. That's what you doing. You already know. This show is over. Where the gill at, Franklin?
I'm sitting pretty, getting it. Queenie by her dividends. Straight to the point, I hate bitches ain't on me cause I'm winning. Young shit, step your brain up. Stop sucking dick, step your brain up. Closed mouths don't get fed, but if you close your lips, you're more dangerous. Paper chasing full speed ahead. Yeah, I'm hungry, I eat the bread. Hating on me, but the problem is I love a challenge, I solve it quick. This what a queen should feel like. Down the queendom, real tight. Play no games, I won't say no names, but the niggas know you little lame life. What you looking for? I got what you need. That good can take you there. I call her Molly, cook it up, break it down. You know I got that recipe. Keep calm, nigga, slow your roll. If you ain't got a check, they don't check from me. I jump in the whip and hop out. I make them scream, I make them shout. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen. Yeah, jump in the whip and hop out. I make them scream, I make them shout. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen. I be feeling myself all types of ways. Big shots on the thing of which master wave. Film fate time to prove my